my daddy married a little woman named Rachel Johnson. She was the baby. Amen. Amen. My assignment for tonight is 3 words, found in the 19th chapter of the Gospel according to St. John, in verse number 23. And it reads, "Behold thou mother." And for a subject, I borrowed the title of a movie that I watched the other night on prime time. It was called The Real MVP. Yeah, it was a story about one of the greatest NBA players of all time. It was not a story about Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, not even Magic Johnson, but it was supposed to be a story about Kevin Durant. Oh, yes, it was, but it really was a story about the mother of Kevin, Wanda Durant. The struggles that she had as a young single mother raising 2 boys after the father had walked out on them. If I got a witness. She worked tirelessly to make ends meet. When there was not enough food to eat for the 3 of them, she would go without just to make sure that her boys would not go hungry. If I got a witness. That's a real MVP. She sacrificed her whole life for those 2 boys, working at the post office, picking up overtime when she could, doing hair on the side, just so those boys could have a roof over their head. That's a real MVP. She focused all her energy on keeping her boys out of trouble and on the basketball court. Yes, she did. She put aside her dreams and her desire to make sure that theirs would be met. That's a real MVP. All of her hard work paid off because the one son, Tony, he earned a scholarship, a basketball scholarship, and Kevin went on to the NBA. And when Kevin was named NBA's most valuable player, he dedicated his speech to his mother. Yes, he did, for all of the sacrifices and hard work that allowed him to achieve his dream, naming her the real MVP. And as we come to our text, we find Mary, the mother of Jesus, and one of his disciples at the foot of the cross. Mary watching her son, who had been arrested, tried, and a mock trial, beaten, condemned, and now dying on a cross. She wouldn't take him to the temple, I tell you, to get him circumcised, fulfilling the law of Moses regarding the purification and presenting her first son back to God. And at the temple, she heard that old prophet Simeon prophesying, foretelling her that truly a sword shall pierce through thy own soul, symbolizing the sorrow and the suffering that she would have to go through. Is anybody listening to me? And now she is experiencing that very sword. Her heart is broken. Can you imagine with me for a moment Jesus as a little boy falling and scraping his knees, and Mother Mary running to him, consoling him and washing his wound, telling him, baby, everything is going to be all right. But now look at her. Here she is looking at her son on that cross, and there's nothing that she can do to ease the pain that her son is going through. The only thing that she could do was to be there for him in his dying hour. When no one else was there, you know mama would be there. When all others forsake you, won't mama be there? That's a real MVP. And so here is Jesus. He nailed to a cross, hanging between a state of life and death. And seeing the sorrow that his mother is going through, he musters up enough strength, yes he did, to tell his beloved disciple, behold thou mother. Yes, he is. He introducing her, both of them, to a new family. Behold thou mother. She's your mama now, John. A new family, not through the labor pains of 9 months, but by the agony of the cross. Behold thou mother. I don't want you to bow down to her, but I want you to behold her. Jesus was giving Mary a universal life insurance policy, not a term life, but a policy that will be good until the day she dies. And I have to wonder, what kind of man is this that speaks to the wind and says to the sea, peace, be still, and the wind calms down? What kind of man is this that multiply and divide
5,000 men with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. What kind of man is? If Rachel was here today, she would say that's a mighty man. That's a mighty man. And I know that 47, he's messing with Medicaid and he's messing with Medicare. And they're even looking at Social Security. But I need to let somebody know that it's not the responsibility of the folks downtown to take care of mama. It's our responsibility. Jesus, being Mary's firstborn son, was legally responsible. Yes, he was, for the welfare of his mother. If Joseph was no more around. So I tell you, if dad is not around, it's not the job of the government to care for your mother. I tell you, caring for her in her old age is our responsibility. It's only right. She took care of you in your younger years. I tell you, even if they don't live with us, I tell you, it's our responsibility to make sure that mama gets the care that she needs. Call her sometime and ask her what you need, baby. I tell you, go out there sometime. Check on her. Go by and wash her dish, mop her floor. I tell you, behold, thou mother. Yeah, when Jesus, I tell you, said those dying words to John, he was not entrusting her to just anybody. I tell you, this is the disciple whom Jesus loved. This is the beloved disciple. This is the son of Zebedee. I tell you, this is the same man at the Lord's Supper laid his head on Jesus' breast. This is the author of the gospel that we're talking about now. I tell you, as some would say, why did Jesus leave the care of his mother, huh? Why did he leave it to his brothers? I tell you, for you see, at that time, they did not believe in Jesus only until after the resurrection. Yeah, I tell you, they said that he was crazy. Yes, he did. They said he was out of his mind. Although they were a part of Jesus' biological family, that was not a part of his spiritual family. You do know that you can grow up with Jesus and not be a part of Jesus. Tradition said that John may have been the youngest of the apostles, leaving some to believe maybe he was not been the best for the task. I don't know if he was, the most capable, but I do know that he was there. He was the most available. I tell you, because he's there, I tell you, God can use you only if you will make yourself available. I know I'm right about it. Yes, I am. I know I'm right about it because he turned this once drunken misfit into a minister. Somebody talk to me today. I tell you, and so here, I tell you, was the rest of the inner circle. Where was the rest of the inner circle? Where is James? Where is Peter? Who earlier told Jesus that, you know what, Master, I'm willing to go with you all the way, even unto death. None of the other disciples would accept that, but the beloved Apostle John. Jesus, I tell you, in his dying moment, I tell you, he lifted up the love that only a son could have for his mother. He was entrusting her to someone that he knew that would take care of her. He says to John, behold, thou mother. I want you to take care of mama, man. Yes, I do. I want you to comfort her. I want you to take a good look at her. I tell you, I want you to pay attention to her. That's what the word, I tell you, behold, means in the Greek and the Hebrew, to call attention to. But when I started digging a little deeper, Pastor, I found out that verb, behold, doesn't just mean to take a casual look. When Jesus said to John, he said, behold, thou mother. He was telling him to analyze her so that you can get a better understanding of her sorrow. Behold, thou mother. Recognize her. Behold, thou mother. Observe her. I tell you, monitor her. Take a complete analysis of her. Behold, thou mother. Examine her. Inspect her. Investigate her. Behold, thou mother. Because I'm on my way somewhere. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to leave here. But I will be back. So let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. Because in my Father's house are many mansions. And if it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. But in the meantime, John, oh John, behold thou mother.